Hi everyone, so I just finished Ruin My Life by Luna Pierce, and I rated this one 3.5 out of 5 stars. The story to me just felt a little flat. Like when I was reading like the blurb for it, it like kind of said it was a dark romance and a why choose. There were definitely parts of it that I absolutely loved, okay? But to me it was just, it felt very, like the characters felt very disconnected in a lot of the book, and then in some parts they felt like really connected, especially when they're all in the same place, like in the same hole. This one was really hard for me to get into, and it's a long book. It's a long one. When you're reading it, it just kind of feels like, here's how their relationship's going, here's how their relationship's going, here's how their relationship's going. And then eventually they all kind of come together, and then they kind of disconnect again. But like they're all still together. I know that was kind of confusing. It was still a good read. I probably, honestly, wouldn't read it again. I think this was like a 6-book series, and there are 2 before it, and this is like the 3rd one, and there's a couple after it. But I didn't start with the first 2 because I didn't feel like reading a 2-book series that were over 500 pages long. This one was like, it's a standalone, you don't need to read the rest of them, so I was like, I'm gonna start with this one. And I will say you do not need to read the first 2 in order to understand what is happening in this book. The characters from the first book, like the first 2 books, are mentioned, but you get the premise of what was happening and you don't really need to read those ones. For a dark romance, it technically, honestly wasn't dark enough. If you don't know, this book follows Cora, and she's the female main character, and she has 3 main men in her life, which they come to get into her life. And they are Alec, Miller, and Silver. They all work for the mafia. All of them. In different ways. But Cora kind of finds herself in a predicament because she realizes that her dad owes this guy a lot of money. He's not a very nice guy. He's like kind of bad. Her mom has cancer, and the reason her dad owes this guy a lot of money is because of like some experimental cancer treatment that her mom is in. And her dad can't pay, and so the guy's all like, I'll take your daughter's payment, and she has to give me an heir. And her daughter, and Cora agrees, and he gives her a month to get her affairs in order, and then she pretty much belongs to him. She realizes all 3 of these guys have feelings for her, and realizes that she needs to push them all away because she belongs to this other guy. It spirals from there. I technically have only ever DNF'd 1 book in my life. I almost came close with this one because I was like, I don't know. It just feels really long for a book that's just gonna keep going into this direction that's, oh my gosh, I belong to somebody else, but I wanna like be with you, but I can't because my life's over, and I already promised myself that I would like give a hair to this guy, which was the whole premise of the book, honestly. The reason I kept going, and don't judge me for this, was the spice. Okay, I'm a lover of a why choose romance. Love them, especially when they do scenes together, and they did in this book. I don't think it's technically possible that they all fit into one hole, but they did it in this book. Is it just me, or like when you're reading those scenes, does it like feel like this isn't realistic, but it'd be interesting to like talk to somebody and see if it was honestly realistic? I know it's not, but in my brain I'm just like, interesting. Could it happen? And then I'm like, Brittany, get it together. No shame to the author. Luna Pierce is great. I love her books. Usually this one just, I couldn't connect to it, and so it wasn't for me. I've read her books in the past and I've loved them, so it's just a one-off, okay? Doesn't mean I'm gonna stop reading her books. No, definitely not. I just wouldn't reread this one. But if this book sounds like something that you would want to read, go check out Ruin My Life by Luna Pierce. If it sounds interesting to you. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.